a concept for device management. Basically, it uses a concept called privilege levels, which is giving access to the database, parser database, which will have a list of commands supported on iOS. We saw the introduction of privilege level, which is 0 to 15. 0 is something which you never see or experience because when you type username password, that log on screen is called as privilege level 0, which means basically we have 1 to 15. So on to that we saw like commands are there in parser database basically for privilege level 1 with some hundreds of commands, but for privilege level 15 we saw like it has got complete list,
Yeah.
which means anybody logs into the router and if he's getting 15 privilege level he's going to get access to the complete database.
Yeah.
He can execute any command. And we saw like 2 to 14 is completely user tunable. We did not tune it though, but we saw like we have an option to tune. But there comes again one important point. When a user is getting a particular privilege level, he will be able to access to the commands in the database from 1 to that particular privilege level. If I get 5, I'm going to gain access to commands in the database from 1 to 5. If I'm going to get 8, I'll gain access to the commands in the database from 1 to 8. Fine? Is that fine?
Yeah.
Now, on to that, when I go for device management, how do I configure authentication or authorization or accounting? We have two methods. One is through traditional method. Technically, they call it as old model. And then we do have new model. So first, let's see how to enable it in old model. So I'll go to line VTY and I can give a command called password. The authentication command is called login. So the user is trying to tell me he's going to get authenticated through only password based. Where he gets privilege level 1, he can type enable, get into privilege mode, either 5 or 10 or 15, whatever it is, and then gain access to the commands in the database. Or instead of login, I can also give login local, where I'll give first username password, so that when a user logs in, he'll be authenticated through username password. Fine. So this is your traditional rules, what are I've highlighted there. That is login command or login local. That is the traditional method of activating any authentication on your device management. So after iOS version 12.2, Cisco came up with one more method called new method or new model method, which is enabled using a command called AAA new model. By giving this command AAA new model, two things are going to happen from this moment. One, my traditional AAA rules won't work anymore. When I say won't work anymore, if I go to line VTY04, login command doesn't work or login local command doesn't work. Remember just I was typing that command, if you remember earlier, I was typing a command login local, right? It got executed in fact.
Yeah.
Right now, after enabling the strictly new model, I don't have an ability to enable that command. Or only password-based authentication, I was giving the command login. Now that command also doesn't work, which means when I enable AAA new model, what is going to happen? My traditional rules no longer works on the appliance. Then how in the world I can enable rules for authentication or authorization or accounting? That could be for device management, that could be for VPN, that could be for .1x. Any technology I'm going to enable on this device now, which involves authentication. If I want to activate that authentication, I cannot do it anymore through traditional rules. Then how do I do it? Second thing, what I need to do is, from now onwards, any policies related to AAA can be configured through a special component called AAA rules, like access list rules, NAT rules. We are going to create a separate rule called AAA rule through a component called method list. We are going to create a AAA rule which is technically called as method list. If I want to go and enable authentication on the device, I'll be creating a rule called method list. If I want to do some authorization, I'll be going and creating a rule called method list. If I wanted to do accounting, I need to create a rules through component called method list. Right? Now our goal in this session is to study how to create that method list for authentication or maybe for authorization. I don't have any separate AAA server, I'm doing everything through local database. So I wanted to enable simple password based authentication for users connecting via Telnet or via SSH. So which means on line VTY, I need to go and apply a method list because I do not have an ability to execute my traditional command. I need to go and create first method list. That method list should say inform the router authenticate based on only password. So we'll see how to create that method list. Step 1, we enable AAA new model. Second, I will be creating a method list using a command called AAA rules. AAA and what AAA related rules I want to enable related to authentication, or is it related to authorization, or is it related to accounting. I'm creating a AAA rule related to authentication. Authentication for different reasons. VPN, maybe .1x, or maybe for PPP, or for different concepts. I'm gonna create a method list authentication rule related to login authentication. When somebody is trying to log in into a device or connect to a VPN device, I need to authenticate. So I'm creating a method list of type authentication type related to login verification. The rule name I'm defining as, let's say, ABC. That rule indicate I want to authenticate that using what? Only using password, only using that password, or based on username password, or if that username password or password is not in the local router but I have separate AAA server. Whatever username password he types, I want to go and verify with the external server. Then I can call my external server. Right now we don't have external server. I'm going to verify based on local username password or only password. So I have an option to enable use line, or I can use an option local. I want to authenticate based on password only, so I'm going to give line. Which means the above rule, above method list ABC says authentication will be verified through database, which is involving verifying only based on password. So after creating this method list, I need to apply. It's like access list and access group command. Creating an access list, applying it on the interface through access group. Likewise, I created a method list. Finally, I'll go to line VTY and I'll say login authentication. That is, anybody connecting to line VTY, authentication is done through rule called ABC. I hope you can understand overall logically now. Somebody, when they try to log in into the router remotely through Telnet or such, they'll be connected to what? When somebody is logging in through Telnet or such, they'll be connected to line VTY. Anybody connecting to line VTY, the rule method list applied indicates use the rule ABC to verify him, where rule ABC indicates verify him through line password. Have we already configured password inside line? In line VTY, already we have configured a password, which means user will be authenticated based on that password. Yeah. So let me try to Telnet this time. It is asking for only that password. Same thing we earlier, how did we enable? We went into line VTY in traditional rules. We just gave a command login. But this time everything is done through method list. Right? So we have seen how to enable that service, and then how to create a method list, and then how do I apply the method list. Now instead of password only, I want to authenticate him based on username password. So then what I'm going to do is, in the existing rule that I created earlier, I'm going to change it slightly by saying rule ABC, I'm not going to use password, instead I'm going to use locally created or locally stored username password. Already inside the local appliance we have some username passwords. That username passwords will be used. Let's see this time. I'm going to type username password test. Which means when the user is logging, it is prompted for username and password. Is that clear? Yeah. So the point what I'm trying to make out is everything now onwards, once I enable this command, will be defined only through method list. And that method list is again of two types. Method list in Cisco iOS is of two types. One is called named method list, and then we have something called default method list. What we created is called as named method list. Remember when I created the rule, AAA rule, it is asking us to create a named one, or it can also go for default. So what makes a difference between name and default, I'll come to it later on. As of now, you just have a clarity, like, you get to know that there are two method lists. Named, where we define a name for the rule. Wherever we apply it based on the name. Whereas when I apply a default method list, when I create a default method list, I don't have to basically apply it, because that default, the name says default, that rule will get applied automatically in that line VTY or line console or line auxiliary. For example, let me show that. Let us finish here itself. I'll go to line VTY04. I'll remove the method list that I created earlier. I'm completely removing that method list itself. Fine. Right now, let's say there is no AAA rule. I went into line VTY04. I'm giving a command login. Now, is the traditional command working after disabling AAA new model?
No.
No. Which means you did not understand whatever I explained to you.
Tradition. See the if when you after you upgrade to iOS 12.2, it won't work. Traditional.
Did I say that my operating system is 12.4?
No.
When did I say traditional rules will not work? After executing what command? After executing what command, the traditional rules will not work
AAA
anymore.
command.
What command?
AAA authentication login.
After enabling what command, the traditional rules will not work anymore.
Method list.
Sorry?
That, I don't know.
That command is in the screen itself. Can't you see that?
Authentication login.
Is that the only command?
No. The AAA new model.
Right now I've disabled it or I've enabled it?
You disabled it now.
Now traditional rules, will it work?
Yes.
One second. So once I disable AAA new model, can I enable that feature now? Traditional rules, is it working?
Yes.
Am I able to execute it?
Yes.
Now tell me, forget all the concepts what we have discussed till now. As per this command line VTY04 login, what is the meaning of this command? Somebody tell next to that router what that router is going to do.
It's going to ask login, username and password.
It will ask for username password. Huh?
Username.
Only username. Oh, anybody typing any username, they'll log in. Huh?
No. The 4 users can access.
My question is, what is the impact of giving that command? Now somebody tell next, will it ask username password? Is this the command which will make the router to prompt for username password?
No,
Which means I need to teach CCNA or I need to teach the yesterday's class. This command will ask username password. Huh?
no.
Is it asking username password?
Just password straight away.
And you're saying username password. When will it ask username password?
After we create the usernames.
I've already created. I don't know what you're listening and what you're studying. I have username password also. But why it is asking only password? Do you know the meaning of this command or not? Do I need to teach? This is third time I'm teaching now. From today when I started with this command only. Yesterday when I ended up here only.
I checked the videos yesterday.
don't know what you're going to check. Okay. Give login command. What is the meaning? It lasts for only password. If I give login local command, it lasts for what?
User, username and password. Okay.
Username, password. So it means if I give login command, it is going to prompt only for what?
Password.
Is it asking only for password?
Yes.
Now I'm enabling AAA new model. Will I be able to enable that command, login command now?
No.
Will I be able to type login local?
No, because it won't
Why?
work traditional commands.
Now I need to create everything through method list, right? Earlier we created a method list called ABC and we applied it on line VTY, if you remember, right?
Yeah.
Right now I'm creating similar way a method list. Instead of name ABC XYZ, I'm creating a method list of what type?
Default.
I'm creating a default method list that says use what database for verification?
Local.
The default method list says use what account to verify.
Local.
Local means what? It lasts for.
Local username password authentication.
So right now, did I apply this rule in line VTY? I've created method list.
Yeah.
Did I go to line VTY and did I apply it?
No.
Earlier, did you see how did we create? We created a rule and we applied that rule in line VTY. Do you agree to it?
Yes.
Right now, I created similar rule of default type, but did I apply in line VTY?
No.
Now, right now, if I tell net, is it asking username password?
Yes.
Did I ever apply the rule then?
Because default
I
we
did
don't
not apply, but
default we
the
don't need to
reason
apply.
is, this is one of a dangerous concept you need to remember till the last class of CCA. When I create a default method list, it gets applied everywhere in router or switch or firewall, whatever device, wherever the AAA service concept is used. Tell me in router, where do we need the AAA service? In which technologies we use authentication concepts? In a router or in a normal switch, in which technologies we use the concept of authentication? This is again yesterday's class. Don't waste the time. Give the answer instantly.
Device management and network
Okay.
access
Device
management.
management means what? How does the user manages the device?
By providing username password.
How does the user access a device? You are an administrator, man. How do you access a device?
Just go by applying AAA model.
Are you listening to the question or are you understanding what I'm asking? How do you access a box, man?
Just connect the console cable and go to the
Which means you will configure through console or you will log in through what?
telnet.
Or SSH.
SSH.
In all these places, do you need the concept of authentication to find out who is logging into the box?
Yes.
This rule will get applied for line VTY, line console, line auxiliary. Fine. Likewise in a router, where else you use the technology of authentication?
Firewalls, switch.
I'm asking in router or switch, in which other features or technologies we need the concept of authentication.
Method list.
Only device management you have, huh? Did we start today about the explanation or not? Where else we use AAA?
We can use AAA device management and network access management.
Network access management means what? Example, give me some example. Give me a technology.
For example, access.
we using in VPN or not? Yesterday I gave an explanation or not. When you do remote access VPN, when a work from home user connects,
Yeah.
the VPN router will it ask for username password? Did I say that? When a
Yes.
user comes and joins into the LAN, connects to Wi-Fi or connects to switchboard,
Yeah.
I said .1x is a feature
Yes.
which will ask him username password.
Yes.
Are we using authentication or not?
We use authentication.
This default rule will get applied to all those concepts.
Okay.
I don't have to go and separately apply in .1x. I don't have to go and separately apply in VPN. I don't have to go and apply separately in line VTY, line of console.
Okay.
Everywhere this rule will get applied.
Okay.
Which means you created this rule for telnet authentication, let's say. But this rule is also getting applied where? Console. This rule is also getting applied for what? For VPN. This rule is getting applied even for what? .1x.
Yeah.
Do you get the significance of this default rule?
Yes.
This is bit a dangerous rule. This gets applied everywhere. Now let me exit the connection. Right now, in GNS, how do you access the device? You'll right click and give what?
Console.
Console, which means are you taking console access? When I take a console access, what it is asking now?
Username. And
Did I
password.
apply that rule anywhere first
No.
of all?
No.
But it is also getting applied where?
Yeah.
This rule is getting applied on line console also. Do you see the impact of default rule? A default method list is something you don't have to apply. It gets applied automatically to every places where we need that service. Wherever this login authentication concept is used in this router, everywhere this method list gets applied. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
Whereas when I create a named method list, that gets applied only if I call that
Specific
rule,
place.
only if I apply that rule.
Yeah.
How do I apply? I showed an example. How do I apply? If I don't apply, this rule doesn't have any impact. Fine? Is that clear?
Yeah.
One second.
Hello. Yeah.
Fine? Likewise, like we created a rule for authentication. Let me now create a rule ABC, and that I applied on line VTY. Now we have two rules in AAA. AAA method list, if you remember, we have two rules. One, default method list, and we have named. I have applied a named method list in line VTY, and we do have default, which will take a preferences. When we have a named method list applied, that is going to take a preference over your default. Fine? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So right now when a user logs in, he is being prompted for username password. But after authentication, I want to place him in directly into particular privilege level. So how do I do that? So I need to create a rule called authorization, because after authentication, I need to give him some access to the box by placing him in a particular privilege level. So that authorization, what we do in a Cisco box is called exec. That says starting shell page. User right after authentication, he will be placed in which privilege level. That is what is called as exec authorization. I'm creating a rule XYZ that says use what database to find out? Local. Locally, for each username password that I created, I need to assign a privilege level so that directly after typing that username and password, he will be placed in that privilege level. So I need to give privilege 5. User 2, I'm placing him in privilege 10. User 3 that I create now, I'm going to give 15. Which means right now how many username passwords we have?
3.
3 username password. Each user has been assigned with certain privilege level.
Privilege level.
And the rule also indicates after authentication, this exec authorization, what level of privilege I'm going to check, I'm going to assign it to me by verifying local database. Local database is what we have said, which user should get what privilege level. Now I'll go to line VTY, apply the authorization rule XYZ. Overall what it says, when somebody is connecting remotely through Telnet or SSH, authentication will be done by rule ABC, where it will be prompted for username password, verified through local username password. After that, if successfully authenticated, what privilege level we are going to assign, we verify again through local database.
Yeah.
Because XYZ rule says use local database. Locally we have defined already which user should get what privilege level. But now this time if I log in remotely, right after authentication, I will be directly placed in that particular privilege level. Do you get the point?
Yes.
if I exit and log in with user 3, he will get full access because he is getting 15 privilege.
Yeah.
I gave a wrong password. User 3 and Cisco ID. Is he getting 15?
Yeah.
Can he do anything on the device?
Yes.
He can type any commands.
Yeah.
Whereas when
See the privilege levels of less than 10 or 5. So how do I know these kind of commands only use, or we need to assign?
That is a big list. We don't have any documentation given in Cisco. They say 1 to 14 it's a read-only user. They cannot make any changes. See, I cannot even go to global mode if I'm in 5, right? Or 14 or 10 or 11 or 1.
Okay.
Only show commands and some clear commands will work. Put it that way.
For example, if I work in a company, I'm a second level engineer. So if they given like 4 privilege, can they add any extra features to me?
Yeah, that we will do it. That is the
So
subject when we go to AAA, we are going to learn about it. Okay.
is it can I able
How
to
do I do authorization? Right now,
see you
what
said
we have done is,
yeah you
see, I can understand your question.
Hmm.
I'm an L3 guy. When I log in my company router, I have full access. You are an L2 guy.
yeah
When you log in, I want to give access to some commands. You
Yeah.
should be able to type some commands. That's all. You should not do it. That
Yeah.
we will do it.
and you said
That will definitely we are going to see how to do that.
yeah, but you said see the less than 15 privilege only they can do read only. So if the
Yeah.
L3 guy given access to me to write as well, can he do it? Can he change it? Can
Yeah, he will add some commands in the parser database.
Okay.
That is one option. Or other option, what we will mostly use in real time is for L2 also, I'll be giving 15 privilege level, which means will you be able to see all the commands if you are getting 15?
Yes.
But when you execute, what we will do is in router, like we did authentication earlier, or authorization that we did exit, likewise we have one more authorization called command authorization.
Hmm.
For 15 privilege, I'll create a command authorization that will say what commands only you can type it, what commands you cannot type it. You will be able to see all the commands. Question mark if you put, you will be able to see all the commands.
Yeah.
But when you execute, router will decide are you authorized to type that command or not. Fine. Advantage of this method is, since in 15 privilege level, all the commands are understood by the router, any command you type, router will understand. But it will only confirm are you allowed to type it or not. Fine. Whereas if I give you 15, 5 privilege level or 10, any command you type, router will not understand. First parser database I need to go and add, so that router will understand those commands in that privilege level. Then again I need to write another rule saying that this commands allow, this commands you do not allow. That's a double task. Whereas instead L1, L2, L3, everybody was in 15, they will be able to see all the commands when they put question mark. But when they try to execute, this authorization, command authorization that we do, will restrict the user to type only certain commands. That is what we are going to do with AAA server. Right? My goal is not to teach those things as of now. Our goal at this point of time is to only learn what is AAA, an introduction on AAA, when do we use AAA, device management and network management, and then particularly in iOS, what is method list, what is name the method list, what is default method list. On top of all this, moment I enable AAA new model, if I want to do authentication, if I want to create authorization rule, anything I want to define related to authentication, authorization, accounting, I need to do it through method list. That is the final ultimate point, what I want to bring it into your mind. Right? Is it clear?
Yeah.
So we are almost done with what I'm supposed to do. If you have anything to discuss, let me know, or we'll pass it here. The next session, we're going to start with firewall. Okay?
Yeah.
So go back to your basics checkpoint what I took. Learn about stateful firewall, because it becomes easy for me. I can straight away go into ASA. If you can read stateful firewall, what is connection table, what is all those stuff, it becomes easy for me when we go to next session. or at least if not that, read about access list. Okay?
Okay.
Prepare extended access list subject at least. Okay?
Yeah.
Is that fine?
Yeah.
So we'll stop it here. We'll meet up on Tuesday then.
Okay.
Monday you won't be able to come, right?
Yeah. Tuesday.
Okay. Tuesday at 10:30 we'll meet up.
Okay. Okay.